All right. Ellie.
Wow, super close up. All right.
Are you kidding me? That's what dogs get in the studio.
Hey, man, we're happy to have the pups in the studio. Ain't a big deal.
Okay.
Johnny G.
Now let's pull back here.
Another episode.
Yeah. See, this is why you need a staff of people.
Well, we got a staff of us, and I'm worthless, so we got a staff of you.
Hey, we have graphics today, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We got a staff of you.
Yes. All right. Oh, hello, people. Welcome to CryptoPhytes. I'm not wearing my jacket. I was going to wear my jacket.
Yeah.
So, hello, everybody.
Your rain jacket from around here.
Well,
Jeez.
I had my my somewhat dressed up, somehow t-shirt looking blazer, which I don't know. Maybe it's cheesy. I have no idea. I'm just trying to, not look like a booger all the time.
Well, I am one, so what do you expect?
Well, happy birthday, Scott Tindle.
Hey, thanks.
That is awesome. You turned a large number today.
I did. I'm a man.
But to me, you're
I'm
a child.
40. Well,
in that large number.
I'm but a pup to you. Yes, but so turned 40. And I just keep replaying in my mind the
Keep going.
Mike Van Gundy, right? Just, I'm a man. I'm 40. Come at me. So apparently at 40, you become a man. So, who knows?
Is that true?
I don't know.
I thought 40 was a new 30 and all that weird.
I don't know. I got a text from my mom this morning telling me happy birthday. And I was like,
That's
I know.
awesome.
I never made it. Who thought I'd make it to 40? She said, how do you think I feel?
Exactly. Yes. That you forget what that puts on the people who 3D printed us.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is a lot of people in my family live to be like 100. So I figure as long as I don't screw it up, I got like a good 30 years to go.
That's right. Yeah.
If everybody else makes it to 100, I got at least 30 left.
And 3 decades is a lot to get stuff done.
I can get a lot done in 30 years.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. Let's move on.
Thank you for everyone joining us, all the army of CryptoPhytes out there. We have a lot of news in this show. We're just glad to be back. Actually, I'm really excited to be back, Scott. Thanks for kind of pushing this. We will have some news coming up. We're going to do some, I will be under the presenting sponsor of CryptoPhytes podcast. We'll be doing a monthly meetup of crypto and Bitcoin people starting in October. I will have the date next week, and we will be having that in the afternoons. Then will be drinks involved, a lot of networking, and I hate that word. It's going to be crypto people hanging out, and we'll have like 10.
Can we get non-crypto people?
Yes, exactly. I like both. I like people that are way involved and people that are newbies, people in the middle like us. I want to create a group of people, and we'll get this in my JGTV rant I'm about to have.
Yeah,
so this kind of goes into that. But to find people who already want to know about this, they don't want to be bothered by hearing about me talk about it and bore the crap out of them or scare the crap out of them. So we'll be having that information soon. So I am Johnny Gwin.
I'm Scott Tindle.
And we are 10 minutes late, but that's okay. So we are
They call it Tindle time. I mean, that's
Tindle
should be
time.
expected. Yeah,
Tindle
10 minutes
time.
late all the time.
That almost sounds Christmassy.
I'm not proud of it, but it's part of relentless optimism. You just always think you're going to get more done. You're going to get somewhere sooner.
Look,
everything's going to work out.
I'm finding out in my older age that, and I am a get it done now person, and I like to have that drive, but sometimes it's okay to work at a patient pace as long as you're hitting milestones.
A diligent pace, right? All things in good time.
Sometimes you got to finish crap, and I'm working on that now. And so we got to finish some crap over the weekend. Ben Griffiths, thanks for joining us. I don't know what a grayscale freeloader is. I know what grayscale is. I know what a freeloader is. I need to know exactly what that is. Scott does not look 40. I totally
agree. I was going to say I look 50. It's fine.
So we will jump right into news real quick. I will tell you, I love Solana. I've made money off Solana last couple of weeks, but something weird happened yesterday, and the moose should have told you out front that the park was closed. Solana shut down for 16 hours. And this was supposed to be the ETH killer, or the Ethereum killer.
Yeah.
They had to shut down Solana for 16 hours. It had to do with overloaded by bots. The blockchain was paralyzed and had to reboot all the validators, which still kept their value at about 160 per token. But a lot of angry people and a lot of people talking a lot of crap on Twitter last night because Solana is this darling token and ecosystem. I truly believe in it, but having it go down, and then it's supposed to be decentralized, and yet a handful, I mean, the validators all decided to pull it down, but just
or maybe did it work like it's supposed to? I don't know.
It had to do with an update, and there's still a lot of information to be known. Solana not only leaves considerable doubts as to whether the architect of the network is up for future challenges. I disagree with that. I think in the world, anyone that's worked around software knows that version 2, version 3, version whatever, there's going to be a little bit of a hiccup. I think that's, I forget what the word for that is called. But it doesn't matter. But yes, I was freaked out a little bit yesterday. I dropped some Solana, went into algo, but again, the moose should have told you out front, Solana closed the park for 16 hours.
You know, I look at it like this. Each of these blockchains are startups.
Of course.
Right? And people don't think about that. We just think of it as this thing that exists. Well, startups have hiccups. Startups have problems. That doesn't mean they're not going to survive and thrive and win. We just normally don't get a front row seat where the startup, basically people can buy and sell these startups all day, every day, on the weekends, at night, not like the normal market. That's essentially what you're doing when you buy a token.
Correct.
That's a chain-based token.
You're
betting on this startup.
Betting is a weird word, and I don't like the word investing. You are partnering with them creating something, and you understand what that is. I believe in something. I like to put something into it, and I want to help them grow the ecosphere, even if it's just a little bit. I don't know. I like Solana. I just wanted to bring it up.
I understand.
We had
the word bet has a negative connotation.
No, but it's true.
But it's not. I mean, in this instance,
it's true. And I just got
you're making reasonable calculations based on the information.
And I just got no conversation about someone was saying investments in the crypto that we'll get into maybe a show with like jargon and things like that with language about how it's really not an investment. But look, doesn't matter. It's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be a fast news segment.
Right. All right. Well, sorry.
So Solana went down 16 hours. They're back up now. They didn't lose a whole lot of value. I'm curious to see how
it's back up today.
Yeah, I'm sure it's about 162 or about 162 a coin right now. All right. Second story. Litecoin. There was a hoax. There was some type of scam where a fake PR release went out, and it was put out on routers picked it up. Litecoin retweeted it on Twitter, and it is Walmart to accept Litecoin payments. So this retweeting of this fake news had a 20% surge in Litecoin until people found out what it was. And then there was the catapult of when you pull it one way, it goes the other.
Don't you just know that enterprising crypto enthusiasts right now are going, who do I know that runs the Twitter of some major brand?
But I didn't even do that.
I know, but I'm saying now you could.
You could.
And you just get it in front of them. They're not going to go double check that. Nobody goes and double checks. Like,
they do not double check.
No, they're just going to retweet
the due diligence that no one does to say, that's a weird press release from Global Newswire, not from Walmart, not from Litecoin. Somebody just put out, look, you can put a PR thing out there to like 25,000 people for, I think, like $11 now. Look, as anything, before you dump a lot of money in something, do your own research, find out some things. I just thought it was one of those things that is interesting to look at. Litecoin spends a lot of money on advertising. They have a racing car, NASCAR, by the way.
Do, yeah.
And also, what was my point on this?
This was funny news.
It is funny news. But also there was a thing that a lot of people that are crypto not likers, crypto kind of enemies, were saying, this is the type of stuff that will bring down the SEC and regulation on this current, crypto, whatever.
It might.
It truly could. All right. So the other thing is ADA. ADA, not a big deal. It had an Alonzo hard fork. Again, all these things where people are improving the system.
Fork. People don't know what that means.
But the idea it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. It's from your iPhone 1 to iPhone 2, iPhone 2 to iPhone 11. That's what people want to know. This is what this is.
That's what they want to know.
Cardano, which is still not operating in its full capacity yet, which is also a competitor to Solana, by the way. And I also have done very well with ADA. It is not actually where it's supposed to be, but it's building towards it, and I believe in it. So ADA, Cardano, a level 2 protocol.
I got a question.
Yeah.
The Alabama legislature just recently approved yoga in schools. I mean, do you think they've even approved the use of the words hard fork? I don't think you can teach about the hard fork in Alabama public schools.
Hard fork sounds like a really good chef podcast. It's like hard fork with chef, Panini Pete.
Our man Panini Pete with a hard fork.
Yeah,
podcast.
and so the hard fork podcast. It could be
be a good biker
crypto
bar.
food. It could be a bike thing. Yeah. So look, it's just an improvement. I just wanted to add something.
I just
and again, smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Smart contracts on the Cardano infrastructure. Very big deal. I just wanted to bring that up. And I really like ADA. You should look into it, even at the price it is right now. So we are going, by the way, here's our new logo that we have, our show graphic there. It's not the NFT style that I want, but it was what I could do in a quick minute.
It's better than what I could do.
And your picture is not lit as properly as mine. So yours comes out more Nintendo, like 16-bit, and mine is more like early Nintendo, maybe 8-bit. So,
I mean, I'm digging it. It's better. Look, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I like everybody.
Brooks, I saw the Ray Dalio comment about the Bitcoin will get crushed, but they've been saying that for 10 years, so we'll see. I do believe regulation is coming.
I would say never bet against Ray Dalio because the guy knows way more than I'll ever know. But on this one, I will say regulation doesn't have to be the enemy.
No,
appropriate regulation is probably going to have to be necessary for the way forward.
So watch the XRP stuff with SEC. I really think a settlement's coming, which is going to be
big for it.
It is a big deal. Check out what's going on with that case. When the XRP lawyers put back to the SEC, we need to know the records of all of the people in the SEC who have been putting money into XRP and shorting it and buying it, and they will not release that information because that's a pretty good tactic to say, hey,
it's a really good tactic.
Yes. Well, very important. Compliance is very important when I'm choosing a token. Compliance is one of those words that I look at when I put money into a token. How compliant are they, or could they be? Not all time, especially my holds. If I'm holding a coin long term with a long term profit horizon, I look at, is this thing, does it have a value? Is it going to do something? Is it going to be compliant?
It's a legitimate business, right?
Yeah.
Do I think
and can they be?
Do I think they're trying to do the right thing for the right reasons to get there if they're not already?
Correct. All right, now move to the next point because we're moving slow. Here's my rant. This is my JGTV segment here. Okay,
this is a dope logo.
Well, I just copied the MTV logo from 1984 when they actually had music. So there we go. Here is my rant, and then I'm sorry I don't have a camera on me. But you can stay on her because it gets weird if we're not in the same thing. We have to anchor the. If you go off the screen, my OCD.
Then we have to zoom. All right.
So look,
just get it going.
Johnny Gwin, promise to no longer talk crypto with people, except for on the show, who do not specifically ask to hear about my new fascination with this tech, currency, and culture. I've had a lot of weird moments where I just start talking and I watch this sense of zombie-like look come over their face, or just frustration of like, I don't want to talk to you about this. I've had that over and over again recently. I will not do it anymore. So people that just hate crypto or fear it or just weird about it, I'm no longer going to do it. So I will not help the normies anymore. I don't like that word, but the idea is I look at things a lot different because of crypto. And I do believe when I start talking to someone, I'm jumping way ahead or they don't want to hear about it. And they are people who live in a normal dimension. And I think I'm in a different, I'm not saying it's a better, or it's just a different dimension. The rules are a little different.
I agree.
So I will not do that.
In a different dimension.
Okay. And I will not, what does that even mean? Okay. So the reason why I like talking to people about this is, first of all, people like money. Number one, they like to talk about things like that. I was told about Bitcoin in 2013 and did nothing about it. Nothing. And it still haunts me to this day. And I want to make sure you want to help. Like, don't you want to be like the person like who says, hey, don't do the mistakes I did. Let me give you some advice.
Yeah, of course.
So, and nobody gives a shit about it. I am fascinated by innovation and disruption. So I just talk about it anyway. I like gadgets. So guess what I'll talk about? I'll talk about gadgets. I'm sorry. It's a cool gadget. To be honest, I really don't care if you invest or jump into any of the things I talk about. I really don't give a shit. I'm just kind of talking, and a lot of times me understand.
We have fun too.
Yeah, I'm entertaining myself. It's not. It's kind of like me talking about my favorite band or sports team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. But I will not do it anymore unless you solicit me to ask me. Hey, I saw that
secret password.
No, I need to read the room better. I need to read the room better.
Yeah.
But I promise I won't start that conversation anymore. Look at my wife, Lady Wellborn, goes the word. In the chat, when I said I won't do it anymore, she goes, promise, ? I mean, again, my own wife won't even put up with it.
Thank you for the birthday.
So my last bit of the rant here. Look, let's forget that Bitcoin and crypto has provided a completely free market for currencies. Look, do nothing and ignore Bitcoin. You're just letting individuals around the world chip away at your purchasing power by injecting faith and capital in a different, harder currency. Look, it's on you. I'm just trying to help out, but I won't help you anymore.
Sure.
2, it earns you freedom, economic control with privacy.
Who wants that?
Bitcoin is not inflationary and largely not manipulated by greedy nation states. Financial security is freedom, and Bitcoin and crypto puts generational wealth in velocity at your reach. But I won't help you with that either.
So saith you.
I won't help you with that at all. Transactional equality. Okay, money is a zero-sum game. Bitcoin opened up the market for all currencies to compete at an individual level internationally, right? But when you don't like it or don't care about it or don't believe in it, your problem is with other people around the world who do believe in it, and now you're competing for this over a fixed supply of 21 million Bitcoin, whether you like it or not. So I won't help you with that either. I won't help you with that.
Don't help them.
Okay. Right. And of course, I like innovation. Imagine if you could go back in time in the DeLorean for what's the damn
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, tell me more.
And what he does, one of the characters does go back, gives like the book of every game from 1956 to like 1984. If I could go back in time and tell myself in 1990 what the damn internet would be and what phones would be in 2021, I would really freaking want to do that. That's where we are in cryptocurrency and blockchain right now. Do you not agree or disagree with that?
I agree with all that.
Okay.
I tell people, look, I use sports analogies. If this was a baseball season, which is very long, right? 162 games, we're still in spring training.
Yeah.
We're not even a game one of the 162
well,
games.
People say, oh, I'm too late to this. I'm like, dude, they haven't even literally turned the lights on yet. It is started, but it's very, very early.
How can you be too late to something that everyone doesn't even understand what it is?
Again, equivalent to 1990 to 1993 and what the internet was. That's where we are right now, is what I think. And I've heard other people say that who are much smarter than me. All right, look, have you ever heard of Pascal's wager?
Vaguely.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I was in Vegas.
Kidding. This is more
yes, I know.
Theological.
Yes,
Pascal's wager is based on the idea that I have to read this. Okay, it's a practical argument for belief in God formulated by this guy, Blaise Pascal. It looks like Blase Pascal. If the Christian God does exist, the agnostic gains eternal life by believing in him and losing an infinite good by not believing. So the idea is, I'm going to say all things being I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the fact of if I die and there's nothing, I'm not out anything. But if I put something to it and there is an afterlife, hey, I believe in God. All right.
Asymmetrical risk reward.
I am saying this now, people, and I went and got the .com, which I'm sitting on. This is like my 1081 GoDaddy URL that I am still paying for the other ones. Dude, it is called Satoshi's Wager.
Oh, I get it.
Why not put money into some sats and some Satoshis? Just screw it, man. Put $1,000 in. If it goes away, what are you out? You can make fun of me. You can make fun of everybody who was talking about this. You can blame us for how you lost $1,000. And you are still on the up. You can like hold that over my head for forever. Well, you could. Now I don't talk to anybody about it other than you want me to, so can't do that for everybody. But if it's the other way and it goes to $700,000, what's that $1,000 like now? So Satoshi's Wager is something that I will say I am coining on the internet.
All right. So it's asymmetrical risk reward, right? The risk is low, the reward.
The idea of not knowing something and there is not a downside, why not go for the upside? Satoshi's Wager. It really should be Nakamoto's wager but it didn't sound as good.
No, that sounds good.
Okay. So look, if Bitcoin dies, you can laugh all you want. You laugh at the crazies who thought money could, work without inflation and all these things. Look, this is not financial advice. It's just me ranting. And
it's a good rant, though.
I would not put any money in anything that I do, really, because I really got more strikeouts than base hits. That's okay. It's still early. But Johnny Gwin is now owning Satoshi's Wager.
Get 3 hits out of every 10 at bats. You make the Hall of Fame, man.
So I know that rant was a little long. I need to get better. I need to actually practice that a little more.
I thought it was great.
I need to practice it a little more because I wrote it literally right before I started getting the studio ready. Okay.
I'm a fan.
Here's our first question.
Hey.
Let's start with you, Scott. You have $100 today. What are you putting into the crypto or investment? your investment world.
right,
What are you doing
tell you.
on your 100-day crypto choice on your birthday?
All right. So because the Inspiration 4 is flying today, right? Today is the first civilian space flight. SpaceX is going to fly 4 civilians into space.
Today they're launching
at 7
off?
p.m.
Wow.
Central.
Is that going to be on TV anywhere? Do you know?
Probably not,
Yeah.
because people don't get how important this is. This is one of the single most important days in the history of space travel, which means it's one of the most important for humanity. Reason is, this flight's going to go further than any other manned space flight has ever gone. They're going to penetrate deeper into space. And it's all by civilians. 4 civilians, not astronauts. Civilians.
Wait, an astronaut's not driving the thing?
No. It is a billionaire who taught himself to be a fighter pilot, who then became...
Man, these billionaires, man.
I know, dude.
I would be doing more things on Earth than doing things in space. That's just me.
It's cool. So it's also a fundraiser for St. Jude's. So it's bringing awareness to St. Jude's.
I got you.
The medical officer is a former patient of from St. Jude, who now is a PA there.
All right, my question
Anyway,
is, where's
the $100?
$100.
It's called Space Token.
Space Token.
Yeah, it is a group that's working to create decentralized access to space. What does that mean? Hell, I don't know yet. I don't know.
You have to read the 88-page.
I got to read the white paper. But on the day that the Inspiration 4 is launching civilians, my $100 would go to Space Token and say, let's figure it out together.
Brooke says SpaceX, that sucker is live.
So, yes.
Are we competing with a launch by SpaceX? That's why we only have 6 people. Hey, 6 people. That is like a new record.
It is a new
Thank
record.
you, everybody, for watching. My goodness. Brooks, Stacy,
Did all 3 of my children log on?
It is your birthday, and I did beg everybody at Scott's birthday, for his birthday, please watch us on our show. I like that. Do you know what exchanges you can get space on?
No.
I'm
Space
guessing
Token.
Binance, probably KuCoin.
Yeah, probably some of the other. We'd have to look it up. I don't know.
Well, I've got one.
Oh, it's Space Chain. Space Chain.
That's
the one.
I know it's not on Coinbase. So.
SPC.
So my $100 one is CARR, Carnomaly. Yes, and this puts us into our next segment. So I'm going to put $100 in the Carnomaly. I like the idea of it. I'm still a little unsure about it. It's very volatile right now, but I like what it could become.
Right.
But here's our next segment, which is crypto already in your life. Okay. So Carnomaly actually has a NASCAR car as well, number 96, by the way. Carnomaly is an online marketplace to buy your next car with crypto with the car token. That's the first thing it does. Second thing it does is digital car management, meaning you update the vehicle's profile, so you earn points by putting all the maintenance in. It's like the ultimate Carfax, but it's on the value. It's on your token of your car from the thing.
I get it.
And the last thing is, when it comes time to sell, you've given yourself a competitive edge because you have this like record. And then Car DeFi, they're going to be setting up loans where peer-to-peer using your car tokens. You can use car tokens to save for a car or to be able to lend with car. And the last thing is I'm still kind of figuring this out. We have a little discussion about this. They're creating a car VIN NFT of your car VIN number.
Okay.
Which I get.
It's about title and possession.
Titles and possession. Plus, I think all that maintenance stuff goes on there as well. And then it's something that when you sell your car, it transfers over with this provenance thing. Is it like, the way I see it is like, it's like a digital title.
Exactly.
But the states don't recognize it, but it is this thing.
And it's going to be better than that. It reminds me of like, you remember like, I remember like my grandparents had a car and they'd have a little log in their car.
Yeah.
If they went like 12 miles, they'd write it down.
Well,
and they filled up for
sales
gas.
people do that for tax reasons.
No, I'm saying like it was just about maintenance because cars needed so much maintenance back in the day. This is kind of like a digital version of all that if you want to keep it up. And pretty soon it'll just be automated. It would probably be tied into your crypto account or your credit card. When you fill up with gas, it'll say, did you just put $13 in this connected to this token? You say yes. All that stuff's going to be default pretty soon, which is wild.
Yeah.
But to your point, when people say, oh, I don't care about it, it doesn't matter. We have to live in the world as it exists, not the way we wish it existed. This is coming. Yeah. This will be the way you sell your car in 5 years.
They're 2 steps away from they've already built the marketplace. They just don't have any cars yet because they have to build the inventory. Right. They're also setting up they're trying to get the coin stabilized more. I will tell you that right now. But it's super cheap. It's less than 2 cents. Heck, I think it's like
Yeah,
right. I
would
think it's
love
right
to-
around 1 cent. But the idea is $100 for me is me putting something in to play it out to see where it's going. I kind of like the idea of it. Again, it's almost like a philanthropic kind of thing. Like I'll put a little bit of thing in
That's
just
how I feel
I
about
like the
space.
idea of it.
I like the concept. I want to see where it goes.
And the other thing too is I have CoinStat. So if I have just a little bit of it, it helps me also easily monitor the pricing and what's going on with the coin when it's in my portfolio.
You know, it's interesting, and you know, Brooks will be interested in this probably, but when you get to invest in these coins, it's really like investing in a startup, but you have immediate liquidity.
Well,
So you're
right, you can pull it out.
You
Right.
have the liquidity. When you're in the normal startup world,
Yeah.
you don't have the ability to get your money back immediately.
Correct.
If it goes up a little bit or down a little bit, you're just kind of in it.
And also, I don't like the words like day trading, but you again, short profit horizons, long profit horizons, all kind of stuff. I just like Carnomaly. It was cool. And like I said, the first day that I looked at it was I just happened to be looking at Twitter and they were like, hey, it was a Sunday. Hey, check out our brand new car is on the track at Daytona. I thought that was kind of cool. But I also love people that put money into marketing because you have to put money into marketing.
So that's where I was about to go with this. And I was about to say, this is going to be a branding thing. Somebody's going to become the Band-Aid of this.
Yeah.
Because there'll be 7 or 8 versions of this token. And I think Carnomaly is trying to get out there up front.
Yes.
And it's a great name. That's
and also that they own like CARR, the token.
So memorable.
But again, I like the idea of it. I still need to look at a lot of the fundamentals, but I do like the utility of it. And it's what it's going to become. It's going to change the way the industry works. And I know people don't look at the industry side of a lot of these coins, but the bigger the industry, the more things DeFi, the more things, these smart contracts, the more things NFTs are going to be on a much more functional level than a collector level or an investment level.
And I say this, we have friends that are in this industry that are in the dealership side. If they think this isn't coming to their standard dealerships, they're kidding themselves.
How much
it is coming?
How much money do they make in financing if they lose an element of that? Even if they lose 10% of it, they got to figure out how they're a part of it.
You got to capture that, right? You can't pretend like it doesn't exist.
So going into this, I went to the NFTs about Vin. I found a DeLorean NFT site. They're all sold out. It didn't even, I don't think it lasted like 20 minutes.
That's outstanding.
But this is pretty cool though. So these are like the DeLoreans by year, and they had a small amount you could buy, but I thought it was pretty cool. So the NFTs they were selling, again, they're not selling the car. They're selling.
Is this the DeLorean Motor Company selling these?
I was just looking around. I pulled it back and thought, oh, this is cool to show. But again, there is a lot of articles that I didn't have time to read about there's such a lot of money in car collectors anyway.
Oh yeah.
And the NFT world is much faster in the car collector world than it is in the fine art world. I just heard a huge podcast about the people that buy NFTs are not art people. They're not art collectors. No. It's crypto and tech people. It just hasn't made the crossover yet.
Yeah.
But where the idea of like the car collector people, it is making the crossover. People that have the cars also want the NFTs.
Of course. That makes sense.
All right. So I just went and picked one for you.
Hey, cheers.
So your crypto in real life, like it or not, is
it's Helium.
Helium.
Yeah, the Helium network.
Which is the people powered networks.
Yeah. So I mean we're in.
Right. If you do it quick, so HNT is the token.
So HNT is the token. Yeah. And the whole concept behind Helium is it is the Airbnb or the Uber or Lyft, whatever you want to call it. It's decentralized wireless communications. Right. So it's starting in LoRa, and this low range, high distance network, but it is moving into 5G as well. And so what's essentially happening is through this infrastructure, think of Helium as like you would Airbnb, the big corporate structure. Now you will have individual people creating their own cellular networks.
Right. And, so a network of individual people are creating the connection for the whole.
That's right.
It's not one big tower by a mega conglomerate company. It is individual people creating a network, like a spider web of this Helium network.
So just like Airbnb doesn't own a hotel room, and Uber and Lyft don't own vehicles, Helium doesn't own any of the communication networking hardware. Right. So folks like us do. So that's our real life example. And we go out there and we deploy this hardware and create this infrastructure and create network coverage. And then because it's a blockchain based product and project, we get remunerated in that HNT token.
Very cool. And it's trading at a pretty good amount of money right now.
So it's right now, so about $20.
Yeah, it's all 2021. But you told me to get in much early and I didn't, but I keep an eye on it.
Still early.
I know it's early. I know it's early, but I'm also trying to look at some of these harvesting mining machines you have too. But that's very cool. We'll talk about that but
another
again,
time.
We got to get through the show. All right. So the next thing is, our great logo. It is $500. Do you have a $500? If you were buying crypto today, a $500. By the way, I changed our thing from 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 because I will tell you, there ain't a whole lot of times I'm dropping 10K.
Right. So 500 is Solana.
Yeah. Right now, it's a good time.
I just think it's like I told you, they're learning in public.
And they survived a very big deal. And it was a blip. I think it went down to about 150, 149 and popped right back up to where it was within maybe an hour and a half.
I mean, back to sports analogies, right? They can take a punch.
Yeah.
This wasn't expected, turned out very poorly, but rebounded. And the tokens up to like 158 bucks.
A lot of
back to 100.
And also a lot of institutional people got money in Solana. Yeah. I don't think, again,
it's a foundational token on sale is how I look at it.
Right now, yes. And it's also been tested and you saw, wow, that has it's some grit.
It's got some staying power.
It can survive.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I wish I had more money in Solana, but you getting up to me when I get up those $100+ coins starts putting a different crimp in the way that I look at my velocity. All right. So my coin is, and I don't think I put this on there, is YGG. It's called the Yield Guild Games, YGG. And I got to be honest, the wonderful Crypto Wendio. Crypto Wendio, by the way, is a phenomenal YouTube. I hate the word influencer because it has like a pejorative connotation now.
Here she's got a big following on
She has a great following and she does not shill coins, meaning she doesn't get paid to mention coins and she shows what she has. She mentioned this and it was a 50% dip from its high. Right. And I jumped into it without researching because I have learned to trust Crypto Wendio a lot. But I think I said this a while before on one of our last shows, Scott. I am looking at more crypto that is involved with sports and video games. This is a video game token. Yield Guild Games has built a community of players and investors who make money by investing in NFTs used in virtual worlds and blockchain games. I don't have to go buy it. I'm buying into the pool.
It's like an EFT of
that. And which is great because I don't have time to research the 1,000 freaking things that are out there. This I'm very bullish on this. People became more eager to participate in play to earn games. So a lot of these games they have where you can earn crypto are growing. Like Southeast Asia, people are leaving their crappy day job where they make $4 an hour and they're making $6 an hour playing video games.
People are leaving their day jobs in America right now.
Yeah.
To start trading crypto and NFTs.
Yeah.
And it's not crazy.
This video games, playing video games to earn crypto.
Okay, I'm going there next.
But also NFTs.
Next one. That's where I'm going.
So backers, and this is a big thing. I look at who's in it. It's part of the team that launched the Axie Infinity, which is awesome, dude. Wow, what a great! It's a video game company, video game token. So it's huge, and also the Yearn finance communities, which is again big bucks. Yep. The other thing is, Yield Guild Games just did got an investment from. I don't know how to say this wrong. A Halo DAO, which is going to allow you to cash out.
DAO.
Stable coin. Yep. It's going to allow you to cash out easier out of one dashboard now or one game, which is huge because it's not going to have to jump around to get what your money is. You earn it on the game. That's right. You can cash it out easy. The other thing is one of the early investors is one of the actually owners of this is the person who had the very first public Dogecoin wallet.
That's an OG.
It's a guy
that is the most
been around
OG
for a while.
Doge guy.
And I look at the idea of video games never not do well. They know this space. They always know this space. And to literally have those people involved helps to stay this credibility in this project. They would not put their name to it if it was fly by night.
I feel that.
All right. So there's my $5. It's Yield Guild Games.
Yield Guild Games.
Okay. Here we go.
YGG.
So fun news. Do you remember in the 90s, these things called Tamagotchis? Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
Where you had it was like a little keychain, and it was like a digital pet, and you had to pet it and feed it. And I think I killed like 8 of those things. Yep. I think I was a Tamagotchi serial killer.
Let's moving on.
Okay.
I'm nervous now.
Now, the dude that started the social media platform called Vine, which I think is no longer around anymore, this guy's named Hoffman, has announced that he has a Wagamagotchi, a smart contract with a front end that allows users to care for a digital pet with various needs. If the needs are not met, the pet dies and users cannot further interact with the contract.
He's going to win.
Well, again, they don't know what
it's going to win.
It's him playing around. To an outsider, Wagamagotchi into Manila is a little baffling and it lacks utility. Blah, blah, blah. It comes from the Tagamagotchi from the 90s. So just minutes after he released the very first one, it was so many people over eager to take care of it, it killed it. So we have Wagamagotchi 2, and it has 4 attributes of increments of every 50 blocks of boredom, uncleanliness, hunger, and sleepiness. So
what if you get the Tinkerbell of Tamagotchis? It just needs attention all the time. It's like,
right.
It's gonna, if you don't give it
attention, it's a needy. I don't want a needy Wagamagotchi.
No, it's a normal Wagamagotchi.
So I thought, it's fun to put this kind of stuff in. This is someone obviously who has probably got money. It fits in pop culture world. There is this blockchain connection to it, but it's somebody who is like having fun with this. But this is the weird thing that like what started off as a digital pet.
This guy's gonna make so much money.
It's going to be and then enter this like huge change the world thing now. So just saying.
All you gotta do, get one of these running on Twitter, running in the Twitterverse.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants a Wamagotchi or a Huma Huma or whatever the thing is.
I think it's really cool. I have not signed up for it yet, but I did think
it seems like too much of a commitment.
All right,
3 kids.
So we're getting close to our end here. Again, wow, we've had record number of viewers. We're on 3 channels now. Facebook, wow. Deep Fried Studios Facebook.
Okay.
We are on the Deep Fried Studios YouTube page, and we are on the Positive Press page for mobile for Facebook.
What? How about that?
Positive Press Mobile.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it. We will have more infrastructure coming soon. Ben Griffiths asked, how's Scott liking Planet Watch?
So
have you ordered your
I did. Yeah, okay. I got my little Atmo tube.
Oh, you sent a picture of it to me.
Yeah. So I got the little sensor, Ben, just and I sent it to a buddy of mine in Milwaukee. He's actually gonna implement it for me. They were having some air quality issues and he was actually gonna do some testing.
Wow.
That's cool. And that's why I'm drinking the old Miller Lite too from my friends up in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Miller Lite, Milwaukee. I'm trying to look at we love the chat. If you want to talk to us, we'll try our best to. This is not a podcast. It's only going up as a video. But as Scott and I say, the minute we finish the show, half the crap we say is no longer relevant. It's not relevant. The nature of crypto. But the wonderful people who watch us are eternal to us. Like an eternal. If I could make an eternal flame to each one of you, I would.
I just appreciate you spending time with me. I mean, this is fun.
This is very fun.
I understand how hard it is to get, an hour of your time in between all your other commitments.
Well, I still am under this weird thing where I get paid by the hour, which is fine. I love to have the work, but it's kind of weird still.
I think Alan Jackson says getting paid by the hour and older by the minute.
Yeah, it is. Look, there's some things coming.
I'm very introspective on my 40th birthday. John.
You are, and you should be, and you very much should be. But the minute I stop this wonderful show, which by the way, at 5:00, you should all go to the Uncle Henry Facebook page and watch the Uncle Henry show from 5 to 7.
That's right.
I will go right into my little edit booth over there, and I'm banging out fishing shows from all of my wonderful fishing shows, which I love.
I know.
Yeah,
it's big.
It is.
A lot of great fishing shows coming out of here.
There, Alabama Saltwater Fishing Report, the Northwest Florida Fishing Report, the Alabama Freshwater Fishing Report, and then they also do the Hunting Lands podcast, which I've already done for the week. So,
okay, good.
The other thing is we will also, Scott and I have some big news coming up in the next couple of weeks about Deep Fried. There might be a name change. It's not really a name change. It's more of a paradigm shift, which I hate words like that. It's me changing what Deep Fried is.
Paradigms, huh?
Paradigm. It's going to be a paradigms. It's going to be a paradigms. And then also we also have a project we're working on that is in the crypto space.
That's going to be fun.
It is, but I can't drop anything now because it's a little premature.
I don't really know that much about it anyway, so I'm just.
Oh, you know enough
to be a part of the team.
So here's our $1,000 coin.
Okay.
It says 1,500, but let's go ahead with $1,000. How about 1,000 to 1,500? What is your choice this week for what you're putting money into?
You're gonna think I'm crazy.
No, I'm not.
We talked about Zed Run before.
Now you have to explain it.
Horse racing.
You got to explain the Zed Run.
It is digital horse racing.
Yeah.
All right. So you can own an NFT racehorse, and this racehorse will perform like a normal horse.
That's
the
right.
whole thing is built like normal racing.
Again, in the digital
metaverse. The digital metaverse.
Which we'll do a whole show on metaverse soon too.
Here's why I would say $1,000 on Zed Run today, because right now we could go get probably 7 horses for $1,000.
Yeah,
males and females.
Right.
And basically, you create an Ethernet farm,
and they're breeding more.
You can all right. So just like regular horse racing, just like regular mammals, right? You can breed your digital.
Can you watch them?
I think you have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for that.
That's a premium subscription.
Sorry, man.
Nothing's for free on
gross,
there.
Bestiality is not.
Terrible.
Bestiality is not good joking because that's just
funny.
gross.
That's
I mean, necrophilia is one thing, but bestiality, come on.
It's digital horses, and they're both horses.
Digital.
Anyway, here's the point. So you can basically create an ETH farm. So your male horse and your female horse can breed. When you have that next colt,
right,
you can sell it
or keep it,
and now the value of your Zed Run
how do you
horses,
get in? How do you get into the races though?
So you go to the Zed Run.
Do you pay? Do you pay to race?
Yeah, you pay to race.
Well, you have to race to get the pedigree up for your horses to be worth a darn, though, right?
Or you don't care and they're unraced and it's like a grab bag.
Oh, wow.
So if it's unraced, you don't know what you're buying. So there's actually tremendous value in unraced horses.
Correct.
Because you don't know.
Because you might have
a stud.
Well, that's a grab bag. And that's like a lottery thing.
Mm-hmm. So it's an ETH farm. So you buy these, and now you got to manage it.
So the YGG is involved with Zed Run.
I'm sure. Yeah. So to your point, instead of somebody having to learn Zed Run and 20 other things, they could just do YGG. So maybe I should.
Because someone else is investing in something. I just saw Brooks put up where on Rally you can buy $10 into a CryptoPunk.
Oh yeah, CryptoPunk is coming up.
Yep. Which is cool. I mean, I would put money.
Think more things need to be
fractionalized. Well, when something sells for $700,000, that is a small amount of people that can actually dive into that world. So the idea is like, again, when people say, oh, Bitcoin and crypto is just the 1% getting richer. And I'm like, dude, it is open to anybody. There is no barriers. There's a $10 entry fee. As much as the person who has $1 million entry fee, you can still profit exponentially the same, exponentially margin wise, but not as a dollar wise as anybody else.
I just think a lot of it's lack of education though, right? People they hear, oh, a Bitcoin is $48,000 and they go, I don't have $48,000.
It's like, what's up with the Bob?
They don't understand fractional
ownership. They don't understand what stats are. Right.
There should be a whole show on fractional ownership. Yeah. And just, I mean, that is like where my brain just goes every minute now is fractional ownership of things that I could never own 100% of, but I'm very confident that it's going to increase in value.
I agree.
The Declaration of Independence is not going to be worth less money.
And that's on Rally.
That's on Rally.
Yeah. I have the Rally
Brooks and I own part of the Declaration of Independence.
There are crap loads of sports trading cards on there.
Yeah, see, I don't dabble.
It throws me off.
Get into the sports.
It throws me off a little bit.
Well,
it just does. I don't care about that.
That's part of the fad and the fun. But for me, it's like
I thought I had a Tom Brady rookie card.
Yeah.
Because I was working for Upper Deck around the time when he came into the league, and I don't have a single effing one of them. I have the dumbest cards. Why I kept the cards I did, I don't have no clue.
Well, just hold on to them, and
I'll let you look through them and go. You got like pretty much 37 cents. All right. So my $1,000 is, and this is not. I just put money into it and just got a friend of mine into it. XPR, not XRP.
It's
not Ripple.
Ripple for those who
this is called
keeping things in line.
Well, it's called Proton,
and
it's a digital payments platform. And I got this from, by the way, fantastic Facebook group, and I'm gonna get this name wrong, and I'm sorry. Tanish Nyatanga, which is Moonseeker's private Facebook group, which is where I've bought some of my. They have given me some of the best hints, secrets. I mean, tips on coins that are out there. Moonseeker is his name. Tanish is from Nigeria, but he went to the University of South Alabama. He just has been doing this for quite a while. He's very good at it. He's about to start his Moonseekers podcast. So if anybody take a look at it, I've never met him, but the guy seems really great. It's a really cool guy, and it's called Moonseekers on Facebook. It's a private group only. All right. So Proton, by the way, was gone are the days where you enter a bunch of bank passwords and credit cards.
Please.
And what crypto and fiat wallets alike now interact as one network to streamline the process into making and receiving payments. So Proton is going to be this bridge between the private keys and the public keys.
It's like the PayPal of crypto, but I can pay in any kind of crypto I want.
And the idea is kind of what Coinbase has created too, that they can convert real easy.
That's smart.
But Proton is really, it's fractional, under a cent right now. It is something to look at. It is one of those ones I would say, especially when you can buy fractional coins that have a utility, that have a lot of juice behind them.
Right.
And they've got their roadmap, they got their white paper. Take a look at all that stuff. This is not a fly by night. And when it look like a rug pull, it looks like it's a real deal. When you put $1,000 into one of those fractional, you get a lot of tokens, Jack, and your moon bag, your moon bag is in a very good place. And the idea is, I've pissed away a lot of money on $1,000 something or other that did not have the tokens that you get when you buy below a penny. That thing goes to 1 cent and 2 cent and 5 cent on those investments. That is real velocity money.
It's real velocity.
And I do like it a lot. I talked to a very good friend of mine.
Where's it trading?
It is on KuCoin and a couple of the other small ones, but KuCoin is the one that I've seen it the most. And they're looking for more exchanges. Yeah. And look at those small cap coins and understand, though, when someone goes, this is going to $1. The small cap coins on one or two of exchanges will not have the volume, no matter what, to get to that $1. But I'm not saying it won't get there, but don't read all that garbage real early on. Look at what all those numbers mean. Small cap coins have a very hard time going from 0.0008 to $1 is a very, very hard journey. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Phantom did it this year, big time, FNT.
But here's what I say, like,
it happens.
But you still have the ability to get out anytime you want.
But also, if it goes to 2 cents, you have like a 200, 300%.
Right. I'm saying people talk about like, I want to be in angel investing, or I want to be in venture capital.
There you go.
That stuff's real hard.
And also real risky, and your money's tied up for 5 years.
This is your end. You can be out
and get out tomorrow.
30 seconds.
I made a bad choice and then pull out.
30 seconds.
Story of my life. All right. Let's see where are we here. Oh, back to our logo. Yes. CryptoPhytes. So, wow. I can't wait to see all of the numbers of the people that watched us today. We're going to try every Wednesday at 4 p.m. if we can make that happen. If not, I'll do a short show by myself. But the idea is Deep Fried Studio. Well, I know, but look, you're a busy man. Things come up. We also need to figure out the 2-screen thing. Like, you're at home and 2-screen. We also want to bring on some guests, by the way. We have a lot of people who have asked to be on the show. And we to go through the 100, 500, 1,000. I'd love to hear their inputs.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say the 500 or 1,000 people who would like to be on the show.
That too.
That too. The list is just real. It's real long.
And I'm hoping next week we do an NFT show.
Okay.
And then the week after that, I want to do a metaverse show.
I like the metaverse.
I do too. I bought some coins this week that I've lost a lot of money, but I believe long term are going to be big. And that metaverse thing is very, very, very fascinating, and I love the idea of another, like, it is a true new dimension in my reality.
Everybody that's watching this that goes, I don't know what the hell they're talking about with the metaverse, ask anyone under the age of 16 what a metaverse is.
It's Minecraft,
and they're going to be like, oh, you're talking about Minecraft,
but this is like
Animal Crossing,
the next
or there's like the next version of those things.
It's almost like Tron, when they sucked you into the game.
I mean, look, with your Zed-Run horse, I mean, you can put that horse anywhere you want in any of your pictures, videos. Merge the metaverse with your real life.
So if my Telcoin ever does what it's supposed to do, I will buy one of those Oculus, because I want VR has been around for 8 years. Like, realistically, they really haven't made the jump to where you make it very easy to be in that world. It's still kind of clunky, but it's getting there. But that is where the metaverse lives. Imagine being able to go to the coolest casino in the world as your avatar and gamble in your living room like you're sitting right there in your favorite video game of all time,
or the World Series,
or the World Series, or drone racing,
or whatever.
And also
the Bachelorette finale,
dude.
Whatever it is, you like what you like.
Metaverse porn. I mean, it's so much money. My God.
I mean, it always wins.
And porn will look at the history of the history of technology in the last 60 years, 80 years, since photography, 100 years. Second picture ever was a naked person.
What's the first picture?
I probably like.
Was it a dead
test
Civil War
shot.
soldier?
What's that?
Might have been a dead Civil
And
War
I've heard all these
soldier.
weird things, and someone told me the picture that's on the Gawk album by Will and the Bushmen was like the first like picture of a man, picture of a woman, and they overlaid it. Wow. But I've never looked at it. We're all over the place. It doesn't matter. Hey, NFT NFT, the first photograph ever.
You know what people should do in 2.5 minutes? Go watch Uncle Henry.
2.5 minutes, Uncle Henry. Let's see where we are. That's the end of the show. Oh, I do want to share a crypto lesson. I want to be able. The word neophyte, CryptoPhyte is what we are. We are not experts. This is not financial advice. We are people who are learning, and I look at myself as a pilgrim. Through the crypto world. I'm never a guru, and I don't want to be a guru because sitting at the top of a mountain, having people waiting on people ask you fucking questions sounds like a terrible life. I want to be going where I want to go and learning.
Somebody taught me about mountaintop experiences. Be careful with them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're on top of the mountain.
Sometimes you fall off.
Sometimes the mountain's on top of you.
Oh, I like that. Sometimes you eat the bear. Sometimes the bear eats you.
Does he shit in the woods?
So here's my lesson. I was transferring some money to a friend of mine on a well-known exchange. I was not watching what I was doing. There is a very high fee on transferring or withdrawing with an ERC20 token.
Yep.
And I lost roughly about 6,000 tokens of this coin because there was not a confirmation page on this transfer. So I just kept pressing the button. So I lost a load of tokens.
Burning gas.
Burning. Yeah. So the idea is take your time, be patient, understand your.
I feel like OpenSea is that way.
You have to be very careful. An Ethereum, an ERC token, an ERC20 is incredibly expensive. One thing we will talk about next week is cheap ways to transfer money from Coinbase to your other exchanges that are not using Bitcoin and not using Tether. I have learned a couple. I will quickly throw out XLM and Algo.
Teach me your ways.
I'm telling you, it saves you half the money in all these fees, and you got to know these fees because it is slowly. I mean, it is 1%, which is a lot cheaper than moving money all over the world. But you keep 1%ing yourself and 1%ing yourself, you will see a lot of profit go down the drain. So we'll talk about it in the future too. And Scott, I have a gift for you.
Oh,
for your
really?
birthday. Yes,
How about that?
Yes, I do. It is I don't know if I can get this close enough. Let's see here. Where's the light?
There it is.
It is a
deep fried coin.
Deep fried silver coin that Angelo Semifero made me from Mobile Bay Coin and Fine Jewelry. Wow. That is yours.
No kidding.
So that is a silver
round. Do I have
round.
to give this back after the show?
It is yours. Happy birthday.
Holy shit. Thank you, Johnny.
Yes.
Happy birthday to me.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching CryptoPhytes. We will find more ways for you to get to the show. And also we are creating an email list, and we're going to do that crypto meetup. And Uncle Henry Show is on the Uncle Henry Facebook page. And thank you so much for watching the show. And we will see you next Wednesday.
This was fun.
This was great. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I don't still have a sign off. Like Cheery Crypto.
Tally ho, old friends.
Tally Crypto. See, it's terrible. It's horrible.
I don't know. We'll keep working on that.
Guys, take it easy, and thanks for watching. And I'm Johnny Gwin.
I'm Scott Tindle.
And we'll have a very awkward way to end the show.
And we're out. Just the hell with it.
See, awkward.